everyone, and welcome to Kevin's Seventh Heaven. Among the forms of media I consume, a good share of it comes from right here, on YouTube. I watch so much that I believe that I can make educated recommendations of what to watch. So here is my first YouTube channel review. One of the channels that I never miss a video from is the Canadian-based Antiques and Collectibles channel, Curiosity Inc. It is run by Alex Archbold, who has had a passion for finding, collecting, and selling antiques and collectibles since he was a kid. It is very much a comfort channel for me, as it features interesting odds and ends, varied video series, and a cast of kind, interesting, and hilarious people. First, the sorts of things he finds and sells are varied. He will have the usual suspects: coins, stamps, records, bottles, oil cans, license plates, etc. But there will also be art, musical instruments, vehicles, and jewelry. His main interest is in vintage and antique toys, especially cars. He also delights in the truly oddball stuff like Zoltar machines and skull lamps and life-size predator sculptures. Just to see the vast array of stuff he finds is reason enough to watch the channel. However, he also does various kinds of video series, the most popular of which is the buying an entire house or commercial building of hoarded stuff and going through, picking the trash from the donatable from the sellable. Sometimes he has permission to talk about the person who has amassed the hoard he is sorting through, and sometimes he doesn't. When he does, he treats them with the utmost respect and shows they are a full person, not just someone who had a problem. For instance, the Potter's House showed Mary Borgstrom to be an incredibly talented artist who had lived an immensely full life, her work even being displayed at the Calgary Olympics. Or there was Madame Rack, who was an accomplished pianist who traveled the world, and when she began to teach piano to students, had a policy to discount the price for the children of immigrants to Canada, to help be less of a cost for parents trying to establish themselves in this new country that they had come to. There are also those series where he is building or renovating. I started watching when he had a store in the more industrial part of town. He then moved to a renovation of a different building, which was themed to look like an old-fashioned general store, and it became his new antique shop, to now having no physical location and doing business online and through auction. He has also changed houses since I've started watching, from his old house, which was much like every other house on the block, to one on a bit of acreage that was custom built to his specifications and what his needs were for his family. In fact, they are now building even more onto that property so that he has a better space to sort through inventory. Finally, Alex has a love for older vehicles, especially if he gets to bring them back to life. So there's a lot of content centered around things like sport cars or maybe the Queen's former limo, making them work again and look good to boot. There's one series that is ever ongoing. His beloved father had a wild traveling youth, which led to physical encounters with women. Alex took a DNA test and submitted it to a website, and has since found a sister and a brother he never knew he had. He went from an only child to one of 3, and has embraced each of these siblings warmly. It is truly a joyous interaction to watch. Family he has found through DNA tests are not the only family he features on his channel. He has found family in the friends he makes along the way. They are a varied cast of recurring characters, but I think the chief among them are Josh and Hans. Josh is an artist who uses recycled materials. Think of those big sculptures of dinosaurs that you might find made out of car parts or random bits of scrap metal. That's the kind of work that Josh does. Often, Alex leaves aside the random materials he finds in these hoards, and Josh takes them and repurposes them. And then we have the Viking-esque Hans. Hans is a generous and joyous soul wrapped in the packaging of a beard and ever-present laugh. Hans is always working, always helping. He helps Alex do cleanup and handyman stuff from time to time. Beyond found family is also his blood family. Alex has a wonderful wife in Melissa, who has her own channel that focuses on random stuff that comes up from being a teacher, gardener, home cook, and mom. Their 3 children help out often, and more importantly, Alex and Melissa help them to best foster their interests that they have. They often showcase them, especially when they have anything to do with the channel. One son is an excellent artist. Their daughter looks like she may be a budding interior designer. And I'm afraid I can't recall what the other son is passionate about, but I'm sure it will come up at some point. He also often gets help from both his mother and his mother-in-law. It is so good to see it be a family operation. All in all, it is a very positive channel that makes the world a better place. I think it will help you to relax and learn to cherish the people in your world and evaluate what you are holding on to materially and why. Please subscribe to them and help their impact grow. Links will be down below in the description. Also, please like and subscribe to this channel for more from me. It really helps. Anyway, ta-ta for now. Love you all.